Welcome to this presentation of UPSL Soccer Action, live on YouTube and presented by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Good afternoon and welcome to this UPSL Georgia Premier Division live action here on ASMG TV. My name is Larry Weaver. Thank you so much for watching today's matchup. Atletico Buford taking on Kalonji Pro Profile here at George Pierce Park. We're just going to get kicked off here in a few minutes. They're just finishing up with a few little items there on the pitch. While we are doing that, let's talk about the Premier Division this season. It is broken up into two different groups, Zone 1 and Zone 2, with 15 teams in the Premier Division this season. This matchup is in Zone 1. We had two matches last night in the Zone 2. You see that Cynic CD SC and FC Birmingham, they ended in a 2-2 draw. LSA Norcross Pro with a 5-1 victory over SSL FC. At 5 o'clock over at Marietta High School, Potros FC will take on North Georgia United. Here in Zone 1, for Week 1, we have our matchup here just about to kick off. Atletico Buford and Kalonji Pro Profile, the winners of the Premier Division regular season in the spring. Georgia Athletic and FC Columbus Elite, they will battle here in just a few minutes at 2 o'clock kickoff, Discovery High School. And then at 5 o'clock, Georgia Impact will take on Pachuca, Georgia. You take a look at the leaderboard for Zone 2 with those matchups. You see LSA Norcross in the lead, FC Birmingham, Cynic City, but you also see Atlanta United Academy, Dalton United, North Georgia United. They had this week off. Potros and North Georgia, those will take each other. But Atlanta United and Dalton United, that match was supposed to happen this weekend, got called off. So that is where we stand in Zone 2. Zone 1 is where we have Atletico Buford and Kalonji Pro Profile, as well as FC Columbus Elite, Georgia Athletic, Georgia Impact, Georgia Revolution, and Pachuca, Georgia. Getting ready for the opening anthem. We'll step away for a moment, see if we can pick that up. Not able to hear that on field audio of the anthem, so we'll move on. Talk about today's lineup. When we look at Kalonji Pro Profile, a big miss there on the field, and that is the loss of their keeper from last season. He passed away tragically. Pulled over Lionel Sakui from the Next Pro system so that he could be a part of it. Not in the lineup today. It'll be Johan Hinnon that will be in goal for Kalonji Pro Profile. They will have the likes of Kamani Irving in the back line, as well as Demise. Look for Blake White, Sam Pawlowski in the midfield, as well as Zane Hilton on the top. See if they can put together a winning way for Kalonji Pro Profile this season. Buford, Atletico Buford, they were promoted from Division 1 last season. Lost in the final to Cynic City SC. With the changes of a few teams stepping away from Premier Division, they got the opportunity to move up as well. They took that opportunity, and they are here in the Premier Division. Take a look at the referees for today's match. Few changes in that referee lineup that I can see. Center official Asher Morris there, the fourth official coming off. Just about to get underway. Kalonji Pro Profile, they're going to be in the all-white kits, and they're going to be moving from right to left. Atletico Buford in what appears to be black, moving from left to right. That's what we'll call it. Again, thank you for watching here on ASMG TV. Again, we always say from every season, we have a brand new season. And he's right there watching, Andrea from Italy. Ciao, my friend. Hope we enjoy another day here in UPSL, Georgia. Underway. Actually, I told you wrong. It's going to be Kalonji moving left to right, and it's going to be Buford moving from right to left. Good movement so far from both teams. You see we're lower to the pitch today over here at George Pierce Park. Not the most ideal position for week 1. Looking to improve that for the next time that we visit here at George Pierce Park. Brand new park here for UPSL Georgia Premier Division. Foul committed there right in center circle on Pavlotsky. You have the Pavlotsky brothers right there. Sam Pavlotsky and Asher Pavlotsky. Trying to work over there on the far side. Taken away by Buford. Go back to the keeper. Here's an opportunity. Shot! And over the bar for Kalonji per profile. And it takes just that much of an option for Kalonji per profile to win the ball and then immediately attack. Take a look here. Slow pass there from the defender. Immediately get it. Take a shot from the midfield over the bar. Back to live action. Atletico Buford trying to move through the defenders. Good work there. Holding off the first one and the keeper. Robinson went down with that challenge. A yellow card is going to be issued in the 3rd minute to number 10, Carlos Chavaria. Third minute. Let's see if we see a replay may be quick. Yeah, you can see he's already down. And the yellow card coming out. It looked like a blow to the head. Note that the touch line is that red line that you see here on this near line. Working through the midfield is Buford. Atletico lose it. But a foul committed. Or I should say a throw, excuse me. Throw in from Atletico. Immediately taken away by Kalonji. Goes out, will be a throw for Kalonji. All the way back to defense. Nice assertion there by number 9. Bagrao of Atletico really putting Demise under trouble there for Kalonji. Had to clear it. Kamani Irving, he'll send one long. Able to control it. Good ball forward. And just able to get it to the keeper. Centenio, he was able to get that before the on-running Kalonji man. But that pass, again, another bad pass from the keeper. Shot taken right at him. Wasn't the best grab, but he was able to control it in front of him. Several mistakes out of the gun from Angel Centenio, the keeper for Atletico Buford. And Kalonji has almost made him pay twice. A foul committed there by Kalonji. It's a great opportunity for Buford. Again, And this is the opening of the fall season here in the UPSL Georgia Premier Division Conference. Newcomers taking on the regular season champions from the spring. Kalonji per profile without some of their superstars today. No Tony Tiente, no Kareem Tamimi. Also no Kalen Kalonji or Daniel Tumasi. They are on other assignments this afternoon. So it gives an opportunity for some of the younger players in the Kalonji system. Another shot on goal, and that one does not miss by much as well. Again, it doesn't matter who comes from that Kalonji system. They are looking to take shots on goal. See here, gets around the man, hits it with his right, just pulls it wide. Back underway live here. George Pierce Park. Long ball sent forward, headed, bouncing through. Buford able to control. Center back controlling. He'll go back to his partner. Eight minutes in, it's still 0-0. Taking their time, looking for a place to go forward. Able to control that, sending it over here to this near side. Pavlotsky, he'll send one across the pitch, able to control it. Good touch there by the Kalonji man. Over here to the near side. He has space to move forward. Nice ball down the near line. He's able to control it, and that shot, but he was offsides. That shot was more frustrated from being offsides than an actual shot on goal. Back underway here in the 10th minute. Still 0-0 between Kalonji per profile and Atletico Buford. Again, thank you for watching here on ASMG TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you get all our content, not just these live actions, but also highlights and interviews. Here's a chance! And he hits the American football bar. Almost. Another chance for Kalonji per profile. And that again coming from a mistake from Atletico Buford. Kalonji has been the team with the most shots on goal so far. That ball goes out. It'll be a throw for Kalonji. They take it quickly. That pass, not the best, but he's still able to pull it off. Come over here to the near side. Pavlotsky, he'll go back to Demise, gets it right back. Asher will send it over Able to work through there, but not able to get it past the third man. His brother, Sam Pavlovsky, comes up, helps him out. Sends one down the line. Defender, nice sliding tackle to cut that pass off, send it out. It'll be a throw for Kalonji. Robinson gets us back underway. Good control there. Hilton slides it over. Fighting through that defense. Good defensive shell right there for Buford. Roll it out again. Shot! Deflected straight up into the air. Bouncing. Headed back to the keeper. Controlled. Good defensive work there by Atletico Buford. Kalonji really turning the screws on them right now here in the 12th minute. Rolls out to his defender. Makes it through midfield, and will be a foul committed on that last pass. So Kalonji will get possession. Get us back underway quickly. But lose that pass just a little slow. Good tackle right there from the defender for Kalonji per profile to get possession again. Now Robinson with the pass. Is he able to get it forward? Yes, he is, but Zane Hilton was not able to control it on the first attempt. Gets a second one, and that one's over the bar. Robinson with an absolutely sensational pass forward to Hilton. You see here, Hilton just didn't get that pass right. Gets it back on the second attempt. Turns, takes the shot with his left. Pulls it over the bar. Back live. Again, Kalonji attacking. This time lose the ball to Buford there for just a second. Keep an eye on the fact that if you're just tuning in, number 10, Carlos Chavarria from Buford, received a yellow card in the 3rd minute. So he is going to have to be careful. Attack by Buford is negated. He wanted a foul. Not going to get it. It's going to be that kind of way for Buford, wanting to attack on that left-hand flank against Demise. Kamani Irving, the captain and left center back for Kalonji Pro Profile, has been that way for many seasons. One of the strongest veterans that Kalonji Pro Profile has. Be a throw for Kalonji. Kalonji working through, having to come back in the midfield, looking to recycle that ball, lose possession, picked up there by number 20, Elizalde. He'll send one long. Atletico Buford able to hold off the attacks of Kalonji Profile so far. But again, this is one of those bend, don't break systems. Nice pass forward, cut off, but Asher Pavlotsky gets it, immediately sends it forward. Go over there to the far side. Great tackle there from Atletico Buford. Number 17, it looked like, Fabio Neira with that tackle. Sensational tackle. Be a throw for Kalonji again. Kalonji not known for that long throw threat. So Atletico Buford do not have to set themselves up as if they're going to look for that. For those that are watching, you look at the likes of Dalton United who utilize that long throw with precision and always find a way to put a goal in from that long throw every single season. Nice long ball headed away by Kamani. He'll send one long. Received. Immediately under pressure, he works off of it. And it will be a throw for Kalonji Profile. Pavlotsky sends it over to Kamani, who immediately goes over to that far side. Irving will get it right back. Gives it to Sam Pavlotsky. Gives it right back. Surveys the field. Gives it to Blake White. He immediately hands it off. Pavlotsky will go back to Irving. Give him space to move forward. Slides it over to his teammate. He'll send one long. Able to get past. Robinson has it. Hits the brakes. Tries to work around the man. He's finally able to do so. Slides it across the box. Shot taken! There it is. There's the opener for Kalonji Profile. And just like that, it's 1-0. Again, we talk about that bend, don't break, bend, don't break. And finally, right there, it broke for Kalonji Profile. You see, holds off the man. Robinson slides it across, gets to that back post, and he just puts it away. So in the 19th minute, goal for Kalonji Profile. Number 17, Luciano Rundles. And immediately, Kalonji Profile trying to turn up the attack. That one will be blasted away by Kamani Irving as Demise was under pressure. That was just a good goal there from Kalonji Profile. Simeon Robinson was able to hold off the defender, win the ball around him, sends it straight across, square pass, right over to the far post, and Rundles taps it away perfectly. It's how you draw it up in training. Long ball for Buford, headed away by Irving. Still has possession. Does Bagaro. And it will be a corner for Atletico Buford. You see, it's an absolutely sensational day for soccer here in Buford, Georgia. 79 degrees, a light wind. You can see in the tree line, absolutely perfect. George Pierce Park, it is a turf field, so it'll be a few more degrees on that pitch. Have an in-swinger coming in from the far corner. He elects to go short. Lifted towards the box, headed away by Kalonji. Pavlotsky will send it long over there on the far side. Robinson looks to be the player for Kalonji that is doing the majority of the sprinting for them. That time it was Blake White, and just not with the same speed in that central midfielding role as Robinson does over there on the right wing. That right wing for Kalonji Pro Profile has been looking for a replacement since Anthony Sumo stepped away from Kalonji Pro Profile, has moved up to the Carolina Core. Got his first professional goals in this last week. Got a second one here just the other day. Great to see Sumo getting an opportunity to extend and enhance his career with Carolina Core. Long ball from Buford. Right to the shot, and it's put away! Perfect goal from Atletico Buford to even it up 1-1. Carlos Chavara in the 23rd minute. That was perfect. Perfect from the touch on this long ball. Here it comes. He settles it right there from Demise, gets himself space, and slots it home. That right there will go on the highlight reel for sure. 1-1. Trying to run it down, not going to be able to do so. It was offsides either anyways. 1-1 here in the 24th minute between Atletico Buford and Kalonji Pro Profile in the UPSL Georgia Premier Division fall season action. It's week 1. Just an absolutely peach of a touch there from Chavaria on that first touch. Was able to slide it over into that open space away from Demise. And was able to pull that right past Henney and puts it away for the opening goal. Foul committed there. Quickly back underway by Kalonji. Long ball from Kalonji. They're looking to attack quickly. End-to-end action here at George Pierce Park. Centennial elects to roll it out to his defender. Center back moves forward. He'll send a long ball. We'll have to go back and look and see who it was in that Buford team that gets the assist there for that goal, because that was a sensational ball forward. Handball committed there. Buford not afraid of the powerhouse that is Kalonji Pro Profile. They are one of the teams that have been at the top for many, many, many seasons. Now have the likes of Atlanta United Academy coming back into the UPSL Premier League Conference. They stepped away, moved over to MLS Next Pro, or the next system, and decided to come back to the Premier League. Now, here's a chance for Kalonji trying to slot it across. Great save! And it put away! There's the extending goal for Kalonji Pro Profile. Zane Hilton was there for that one in the 27th minute. It came with a shot and a great save from Centennial. But Hilton picked up the crumbs and put it away. You see here, moving forward from Rundles. And he just slotted home. He was right where he needed to be. Again, on the backside of the attack. It is now 2-1. Kalonji Pro Profile. Andrea said before the match he wanted goals. And he's getting goals. And we're going to get a hydration break here at the 28th minute. Like I said, you look at week 1 of Zone 1. Right now, Kalonji Pro Profile with the 2-1 lead. Just a few minutes. Georgia Athletic and FC Columbus Elite, they will kick off. And then at 5 o'clock, you have Georgia Impact and Pachuca, Georgia. Over in Zone 2, you just have the one game at 5 o'clock as well. Potros FC and North Georgia United. Scenic City SC and FC Birmingham with the 2-2 draw. And LSA Norcross with a sensational win over SSLFC 5-1. Xavier Diouf with a brace in that match. Today's matchup is sponsored by Images Frozen in Time, providing all of the match photography, as you can see right there. Getting some of those great shots. Images Frozen in Time. Like we talked about with the Zone 1, Zone 2. Again, you look at the leaderboard for Zone 1, Atletico Buford and Kalonji Pro Profile, FC Columbus Elite, Georgia Athletic, Georgia Impact, and then Georgia Revolution and Pachuca, Georgia. Leaderboard in Zone 2. LSA at the top right now. FC Birmingham, Scenic City, 1-1. So they are in second and third. Atlanta United Academy, who are back. Dalton United, that game was postponed for week 1. Potros and North Georgia United, they'll kick off a little bit later, like we said. And SSL currently at the bottom of the table with that loss last night. That gets you all caught up on everything that's going on. Just about to get back underway after the hydration break here in the 31st minute. Buford looking to get a goal back to get even once again. See if they can get another unbelievable ball forward to Chavaria. like they did with that first goal. Asher able to make that spin move around the challenge by the Buford man. Again, just so silky smooth on the ball there in the midfield. They were able to control it, at least for a moment. Hilton was just able to control it with ease. And then when the pass was trying to come forward, loses it. That'll be a throw for Kalonji. Quickly taken. Foul going to be committed there by Kalonji. This will be an interesting opportunity because this is only about 5 yards away from center circle. So look this just to be a long ball, maybe even just a short pass. Again, short pass. Looks to cross it in. Be a deflection and will be a corner for Atletico Buford. Another chance for an in-swinger from Atletico Buford. See what they do. The last time they went short. This time into the box, backside, headed back. Shot taken, and it's in! Another goal for Atletico Buford to even it up 2-2 here in the 33rd minute. And this one, like it was right off the training ground, to the far side, headed back in and steps up and absolutely buries it. Does number 8, Alessandro Castro. And it is 2-2. Foul committed right there for Kalonji, and they take it quickly. Moving forward. Trying to go centrally with that pass. Shot! And that one pulled wide by Asher Pavlotsky. And to answer the question in the chat from Andrea, we had a few teams here in the Premier Division that elected not to play in this season. And sometimes that happens between the spring season and the fall season, where teams will elect not to play due to players, what they would consider their star players, have moved on to responsibilities in college. So we had a Fountain City FC and UMAFC. They are not playing this season due to those issues where they have a lot of players that are on college duty. Grab there by Centennial. You also have the issue on those leagues that are in the mid section of the United States, some of those Midwest regions like the Midwest West, which is mostly Kansas, Missouri, and Nebraska. Those leagues go on break in the fall due to the weather. So a lot of snow and a lot of cold days in this fall season, because this fall season will go through February. A lot of those Midwestern states, they will take the fall off and they will only play in the spring. So that's why you see a lot of changes between the two seasons, because you have to remember that a lot of these players, not only are they playing here in the UPSL, they might be playing in college. They might also be a part of a larger group. Here's an opportunity from Buford. Looking to pass it over, able to do so. Holds it off, shot! And put away! Atletico Buford find one to put it in the back of the net from number 18, Dakota Lynch, here in the 37th minute. That ball just kind of coming off of nothing. It was great work by number 9, Bagwell, to hold off the defender. And he helps put that one away for Buford to finally take the lead for the first time in this match in the 37th minute. We'll take a look at that again here in just a minute as this ball goes out. You see here, Bagwell holds off the challenge, slots it over. He immediately takes a shot and just has enough space to put it right past Hennany for the third goal for Atletico Buford. So not taking any time off is Atletico Buford. They are not afraid of the champions. That throw was an illegal throw, but he gets away from it because his foot was over the line. He was standing literally right next to the AR, who did not see it. He was too busy watching the line for offsides. Johan able to... Did he call that outside of the box? I believe he did. I believe Johan grabbed that ball outside of the box. He's going to end up getting a yellow card for that. Here in a red card. Wow. A red card was issued to Johan Hennany in the 39th minute. And they are understaffed, immediately understaffed. Is Kalonji per profile. They brought a very, very thin staff today. And that means they're going to play down a man for the remainder of the second half. I got to go back and look at that. See if we can see. Because the ball is sent forward from long from Atletico Buford. Was trying to get it to Bagro. Johan comes out and grabs it, but he is outside of the box, apparently. And he was last man, so that would be why the red card was issued. And you can see it's a bit confusing, at least from this angle. You can see all the lines for lacrosse as well as for soccer. Just getting ready, getting everybody under control so that we can take this. And that was one of the reasons that this game was delayed from kickoff from 1 o'clock and was delayed almost 20 minutes. One of the problems that they had was with the rain that we had overnight, it had washed away the line for the box, and that was repainted before the match. This is going to be a almost direct shot on goal. 4-man wall for Kalonji per profile. Dakota Lynch, one of the two players over the ball. Here in the 43rd minute. Expect to see a few extra minutes of stoppage time as all of this situation with the red card and settling of the teams for what happened. So expect a little bit of extended time in this first half. Here comes the shot. And right past him into goal for Atletico Buford. Can almost say that they utilized a little bit of luck there of not having the number 1 in goal. Exploited that. Number 16, Aldair Arapolo steps up in the 44th minute and easily slots that past the substitute keeper for the 4th goal. How quickly things have changed here in this matchup. Kalonji per profile take the lead in the 19th minute by Luciano Rundles. Carlos Chavaria comes right back for Atletico Buford, makes it 1-1. Zane Hilton for Kalonji makes it 2-1. And then 3 unanswered goals from Castro, Lynch, and Arapolo, and it is 4-2. And also a red card issued to Kalonji per profile. Demise goes down. It'll be a foul committed. Lynch with that foul. So can Kalonji per profile play down a man for 45 plus minutes and down 2 goals, find their way back into this match? Or are they going to go through week 1 in a place that they are not used to being, and that's at the bottom of the table? Be a goal kick for Buford. Or is that a offsides? Offsides. 4 minutes of stoppage time. 4 minutes of stoppage time you see there from our 4th official. Centennial, he will send that forward. Holds off that challenge. Gets past Asher Pavlotsky. Gets it up to Bagarol. He sends it across. Offsides. That pass to Chavaria was offsides. Center official was getting his book put together. Long ball forward. Rundles almost got that one past Centennial. Rolls it out to his defender. Zalde goes over to the far side. Pavlotsky wins it. White makes the turn, gives it back to Pavlotsky. The brothers exchange passes. It'll go back here to Demise. Demise flick it forward. That one's over the head of White. Hilton on the deck as well. 2 minutes through the allotted 4 minutes of stoppage time. Controlled by Buford. They have really come into this match. Started very, very suspect. Passing was not great out of the back. Kalonji had several opportunities to win and take shots on goal. None of them finding their mark. That first goal from Luciano Rundles really woke up this Buford team. And they have played a completely different 20 minutes than they did in that first 20. That one not able to thread the needle down the line. It'll be a throw for Buford. Just about a minute to go. They'll go ahead and take it a little bit farther back. Controlled. Trying to work down the line. Able to do so. Lose possession. Blake White will send that one to Hilton. Hilton makes the turn. Sends it over here to that is Colombe. Zane will take a shot, and that one's pulled wide. Be goal kick. And that will be just about to do it. And in fact, it will do the first half. We will end the first half in a sensational fashion. It will end the score. Atletico Buford 4. Kalonji Pro Profile 2. And a massive amount of goals. Exactly what we were looking for. We'll take a few moments to step away, get a drink and a snack, and come back and get ready because there should be more goals on top. So we end at halftime. Atletico Buford 4, Kalonji Pro Profile 2. Don't go away. Welcome back to George Pierce Park here in Buford, Georgia for this UPSL Georgia Premier Division action fall season week 1. Atletico Buford 4, Kalonji Pro Profile 2. Amazing action there in the first half. We started off, you watch the highlights there during halftime. You see that in the 19th minute, first goal was from number 17, Luciano Rundles for Kalonji Pro Profile. Then in the 23rd minute, number 10, Carlos Chavarria from Atletico Buford ties it up. Then right back, Zane Hilton, number 14 for Kalonji Pro Profile in the 27th minute, makes it 2-1. Then Atletico Buford steps away, 3 unanswered goals. 33rd minute by number 8, Alessandro Castro. 37th minute, number 18, Dakota Lynch. And then in the 44th minute, Aldair Rapalo, number 16, makes it 4. Yellow card, red card issued to the keeper, Johan Hennany, in the 39th minute to Kalonji Pro Profile. He comes out of his box, not by inches, but he was almost 7 yards out of the box. Back underway here at George Pierce Park. Buford with the ball in the beginning of the second half. In the black kits moving left to right. Kalonji Pro Profile in the white kits moving from right to left. Yeah, he wasn't out of the box by a little bit. And like I said, there was some talk about the penalty spots marking being off because of the rain, but the actual lines of the box itself clearly defined. He just, for whatever reason, got off of the mark. Now, here's an opportunity for Buford. Lifted across. Steps over. Shot! And it's in the back of the net. They take another goal from Kalonji Pro Profile, the second of the day by Carlos Chavarria. And you could see holding up was Will Baggerel, number 9. He was limping as he had that ball slides across. They get the goal, but they get it at a cost. Take a look at this again as you see them working on Baggerel. He slides it across to Chavarria, steps past the man, and he just slots it home for the 5th goal. But it comes at a cost because as he worked past the man, he began to limp. 46th minute, a brace for Carlos Chavarria. There was a substitution at halftime for Buford. Number 19, coming on for Atletico. He substituted Danny Barahona, number 2. Looks like they have another substitution gearing up. That one will replace Baggerel, number 9. And he was an integral part, not just for that last goal, but for the few goals before that for Buford. You can hear some of the sound has been cleaned up with that other match going away. So you'll hear the field action a little bit better this half. Here's an opportunity for Kalonji. They are now down by 3 and down a man, and they brought no substitutions whatsoever. So they are playing this second 45 with not only down a man, but no substitutions at all. That's going to be a foul on Blake White by Buford, and it's going to be a really, really good position for them. Substitutions are going to be allowed to come on. Number 11, Glenn Robinson, he's going to come on for Dakota Lynch. Scored that goal in the 37th minute. Blake White over the ball as well as Pavlotsky. Sam will step away, but the shot will be taken by Hilton, and he pulls that well over the bar and out. Foul committed there by Hilton, and he's going to get a yellow card for his troubles there. That one coming in the 50th minute. This season opener is going absolutely to plan for Atletico Buford. Not so much for Kalonji Pro Profile. League champs not having the best of ways here at George Pierce Park. I assume, will be very happy to be back home at Shiloh Stadium. Thrown in by Kamani, captain for Kalonji Pro Profile. Good pass over to the far side. Good movement so far. Control. That pass cut off by Kamani. So far, Kalonji Pro Profile are able to keep the ball outside of their third, but they are struggling to find a ball into the back of the net. Good 1-2, not able to get past that second defender there for Buford. Buford looking to attack that pass, not on the mark from Rapallo. Offsides will be called there. Back underway here in the 53rd minute. If you're just joining us, in the 39th minute, the Kalonji Pro Profile keeper issued a straight red card, coming out of the box and grabbing the ball, being the last man to goal. Straight red card issued. A foul going to be committed on Hilton. Center official calling the Buford player back. Are we going to get a yellow card issued, or are we just getting a talking to? It looks like just a talking to. 3 goals to make up for Buford. Chavario standing over the ball, waiting for center official to call him back so that not allow Kalonji to take it quickly. Smart play by the Buford man. Buford now looking to attack. Here's a ball. Gets past Kamani Irving, slides it across. Oh, not able to get it on goal, but that one almost extended the lead. See here, good movement by Buford. Get over to the left side. Kamani Irving trying to hold him off, and that ball slides across, and man, did not miss by much. Live action right here. Kalonji looking to attack themselves. Zane Hitton coming out there. Centenio holds him off, grabs the ball. Zane Hilton, main attack for Kalonji Pro Profile today. Without the usuals, the likes of Kalen Kalonji, Kareem Tamimi, Tony Tiente, or even Wilfred Camden Chopa. Kalonji having to play with more of their substitutes, academy players. That is going to be a yellow card for sure. Center official will walk down that yellow card. I believe that yellow card was issued to number 17, Fabio Neira. This gives an opportunity for Kalonji. Maybe about 35 yards out. They elect to just take it short. Kamani Irving, he'll take a strike. Pulls that wide. Be a goal kick. Another substitute getting up and ready for Buford. If you're new to the UPSL, each team can have up to 7 substitutions per match. Kalonji Pro Profile did not bring a single substitution today, and are playing down a man. Buford bringing an entire squad. Movement just between both teams, just back and forth there in the midfield. Goes out, be a throw for Kalonji Pro Profile. Not able to control it, goes out, will be a throw for Buford. Again, another throw from Buford that I could see on angle where it was either on or past the line. An illegal throw. That's something that the referee staff will have to keep an eye on as they review this match. Again, not only are these players and even the staff looking to advance in their career, so are these referees. They're looking to move up through the ranks, have an opportunity to referee in the pros. Substitution for Atletico. Number 6, Juan Camilo is coming on. He's going to replace the captain. Number 7, Rudy Batres. His day is done in the 60th minute. Job well done by the captain. 5 goals against the champions. Good crowd over there on the far side here in Buford, Georgia for this matchup, week 1. Kamani Irving moving forward from that defensive position. He gets it to Zane Hilton. Zane Hilton gets it past one man. Not going to be able to get past the second. Cleared by Atletico Buford. Controlled by newly entered Cristian Suazo. Over to the far side. Moving through. Gets around one man. Slides it across. Gives it. Shot! Over the bar and out. Trying to tee it up for Glenn Rodriguez to take the shot. It's good movement from Atletico Buford. You see it move over there on the left-hand side. Square passes right there in the middle. Holds it up. Lays it off. Glenn just off the mark. Remember, you got a field player in goal right now for Kalonji per profile. Everybody in zone 1 is chomping at the bit, seeing the champs take a stumble here. And there's another one into the back of the net for Atletico Buford to make it 6-2. Take a look at this one, and this just comes from the fact that you have somebody in goal that is not prepared for it. Oh, that was the layoff, excuse me. Substitutions already. 63rd minute. Substitutions. And that goal just comes from the fact that player in goal is not a keeper, couldn't grab the ball and control it, and just put away. It looked like it was number 12, Gerardo Carlos, who scored that goal. In the 62nd minute. Foul committed there by Buford. 6-2. If you had that on your bingo card, you are a winner. The opportunity for Kalonji. Blake White over the ball. He's going to send one long. What a save by Centennial, but he's not going to get the second one. That one put away by Kalonji. Zane Hilton with that goal to at least get one back for Kalonji to make it 6-3. See Blake White here. The perfect ball. Centennial saves it, but he can't control it. Make it 6-3. So Zane with 2 goals for Kalonji. Well, Andrea, you wanted goals, my friend. You got goals tonight. And a yellow card is going to be issued for dissent to the Buford man. Number 20, Yahir Alazadeh, receives a yellow card in the 67th minute. Apparently had some words that the center official was not happy with. So the 2 matches that we had yesterday had a total of 10 goals. Kamani, and that one's on the outside. And we're almost at 10 goals just in this match today. 2-2 between Scenic City and FC Birmingham, and then 5-1 LSA, Norcross, and SSL. This match 6-3. Is there one more on tap to tie yesterday's 2 matches? Still got about 25 minutes. A lot of substitutions for Atletico Buford in this half. A lot of fresh legs out there, and a lot of slow legs for Kalonji as they are playing Iron Man today. Gets around the man, but Centennial able to get to it. Not allow Zane Hilton to get a hat trick. We have that other match that is currently going on right now over at Discovery High School between Georgia Athletic and FC Columbus Elite. Cleared by the keeper for Kalonji. Let's see if we can get you a score before we leave today's broadcast. Over here to the near side for Buford, but they lose it in the midfield. Another opportunity from a foul and a card for Kalonji per profile. Atletico Buford are allowing them to stay in this match. Sam Pavlotsky puts it forward. And Blake White pulls that one wide. It's a wrong net to put it in. '71st minute, Atletico Buford 6. Kalonji pro profile 3. UPSL Georgia Premier Division, fall season 2025. Long way to go here in this fall campaign. Regular season will not be over until December. A little bit of showmanship between these two teams. Center official wanting the Buford man to move farther away from the ball. Kamani Irving standing over top of it, lays it off to Pavlotsky. Sam Pavlotsky makes a move, trying to go centrally, and it earns a foul immediately off of number 14 of Atletico Buford. So we go right back in basically the same position that we were, except this time it's in a far more opportunistic position for Kalonji pro profile. It was about 10 yards from where it is, and they're going to come and talk to, I believe, the fourth official. Center official coming over to talk to the fourth official. Asher Morris, Daniel Emery having the conversation. Douglas Bonilla, Davis Reeves, RARs. He comes over. He's going to give a yellow card to somebody on the bench. We'll have to get the referee report after this match just to be able to keep up with all the yellow cards that were issued in this match. As there's been several handed out in these 74 minutes. Currently a four-man wall for Buford. Blake White is standing over the ball. He looks to be the one that's doing it. And another yellow card. That one's going to be issued to Alessandro Castro, number 8. Sam Pavlotsky and Kamani Irving step away from the ball, leaving Blake White pretty much all alone to take this shot. That one not off by much. Good attempt. But that one off the mark as well. Staff for Buford were not happy with some of those fouls that were being called by the center official. Working down that far line is Buford. Good ball forward from Rodriguez over here to the near side. Shot taken, pulled wide, goal kick. That would be exactly what Kalonji Pro Profile wanted. And we're going to get a hydration break here in the 15th minute. Give us a chance to catch our breaths. Said, you take a look at the action here, week 1, zone 1. 6-3 right now, Atletico Buford and Kalonji Pro Profile waiting to get a confirmation of the score over at Georgia Athletic and FC Columbus Elite. 5 o'clock, there's going to be 2 matches going on in Zone 1. It'll be Georgia Impact and Pachuca, Georgia. Over in Zone 2, it's going to be Potros FC taking on North Georgia United. That'll be a fun match to watch over at Marietta High School. Scenic City SC 2, FC Birmingham 2, and LSA Norcross 5, SSL 1. Leaderboard for Zone 2, you can see LSA right now at the top of the table. A lot of teams there. A lot of people noticing that Atlanta United Academy back in the UPSL. Looking at high hopes for Potros FC. See if they can continue the winning ways. Winning the playoffs here in Georgia last season. Got to represent Georgia in the national tournament. Losing to Asheville City in the first round. But they got a taste for the national playoffs. Do they have a chance to do that again? We shall see. Zone 1, what we're in right now. Georgia Revolution really looking at an opportunity to be at the top of the table. Kalonji Pro Profile, you would expect before the end of the season, will be in a higher position. Atletico Buford, the newcomers, they are making their presence known early with this, what seems to be a win for them over Kalonji Pro Profile. 6-3. And the goals keep coming. Is there one more left from either one of these two teams? We'll find out in about 15 minutes or so. Conversation going on the Kalonji Pro Profile bench. They have been off the mark all match long with squad issues. Center official and fourth official having a conversation about everything that's been transcribing throughout this match. Making sure that he knows what he is hearing there in the central part. Coming over, asserting his plan as the center official does. Give us a quick opportunity. Let's look at the fixtures for week 2. Next Saturday, FC Columbus Elite will welcome Georgia Revolution down to Columbus, Georgia. Otis Spencer Stadium to take on Georgia Revolution. Pachuca, Georgia will welcome this Atletico Buford, and Kalonji Pro Profile will be at home to take on Georgia Athletic. Just about to get underway here. The remainder of the match. Last minute instructions from the center to the fourth. Underway. Kalonji per profile coming out from a goal kick. Send it long. Controlled by Kalonji. Pavlotsky lifts it over here to the near side. Controlled. Good movement forward. Loses possession immediately. Buford looking to attack. Through center circle. That pass cut off by Demise. Pavlotsky gives it to White. White gets around Hernandez, but he's going to earn a foul. Excuse me, Rodriguez. Rodriguez just gets a touch on him. Centenio allows that to go out. Centenio sends it over here to the near side, way over the mark, out for a throw, quickly taken by Blake White. Holds it up, slides it over to Pavlotsky. Pavlotsky giving it to Irving, but Irving's shot on goal easily controlled by Angel Centenio. He immediately sends it long to Glenn Rodriguez. Keeper coming way out of the box, all alone. And Buford are going to get to just walk this one into goal. Or are they going to call a foul? Well, they get to call it a foul. They got so lucky there. That was way too easy for Buford there. Taken down onto that Void ball. Void, the official match ball sponsor of the UPSL. Rundles was fouled. Pavlotsky got us back underway about 5 yards off of where that foul was. Colombe loses possession in the final third of Buford. That pass, perfect for and offsides. Wow. Buford are getting closer and closer to making it 7. Foul committed by Kalonji. This is the way you make a name for yourself here in the UPSL Georgia Conference. You start your Premier Division debut and you put 6 past the champs. Rodriguez loses it to Pavlotsky. Back to the keeper. He'll get that forward to Demise. Demise not committing the foul per the center official. Buford wanted a foul. Getting it up here to Asher Pavlotsky. Immediately gives it to Kamani Irving. The Buford player still down on the pitch. Play still continuing. And they will blast it out so that they can have treatment on the player who is down, just now getting up. And that was number 8, Alessandro Castro, who was injured. Back underway is Kalonji. Pavlotsky. White. Irving. Irving. Lifting it forward. Getting it. White. Hilton. Hilton with 3 men on him. Cleared. Keeper coming way out of his box. Sending that forward. You see that's a field player playing in that keeper position for sure. Coming that far out of his box. At this point, what's the difference between being down by 3 goals and being down by 4? If you can get one to at least get it a little bit closer. Coming across, and that ball's out. Be a throw in for Kalonji, quickly taken. Pavlotsky pushing everybody forward. That one deflected and taken away. Buford now attacking again. This time he'll take a shot. Pavlotsky deflects it. Controlled. Laid off to the keeper. Keeper will send it long. Hilton not going to be able to get to that ball. Demise able to get above the 2 Buford men. Pavlotsky gets it to Blake White. He makes a turn. Good turn. Good pass down the line. Controlled by Rundles. Gets around the man. He'll take a shot. Just enough of it, though. Controlled by Centenio. Hilton wanted to get the follow-up, but not going to be there in time. Centenio looking. He'll send one long. That one not able to control again. That'll be a throw for Kalonji. 88th minute we are in. We'll see how many minutes of stoppage time we get. Probably at least 3. Pavlotsky gets around that challenge. Puts it forward, but out of the reach of Zane Hilton. Centenio gets it, sends it long quickly. Allowing Glenn Rodriguez to have an opportunity, but Demise says otherwise. Keeper. He'll send one over to the far side. Pavlotsky. Back to Asher Pavlotsky. He loses it. Kamani Irving wins it back. Trying to slide it across. Second defender able to clear it. Headed back to Centenio. He will allow it to bounce before grabbing it. And he chooses to just flick it forward past Hilton. Now another opportunity. The keeper way out of his box. And that is the 7th goal for Atletico Buford. And we make it all the way to 10. We tie the amount of goals from the two games from last night. You see this ball coming forward and just slotted in the 89th minute from number 15, Christian Suazo, to make it 7-3. Absolutely off the mark and off the rails is Kalonji profile. Keeper coming out of the box yet again. Long one sent forward from Kamani Irving. Demise loses it, fighting to get it back. They had it for a second, lose it again, but get it back in midfield. Pili goes over to Kamani Irving. His pass able to be under control. Hilton now has it in the box and blasts that one down 85. "90 minutes have gone. How many minutes of stoppage time do we have?" The sign is up. 5 minutes of stoppage time. 5 minutes is what we have. That one lifted past the two defenders. And that one is just another goal for Suazo in the 91st minute. And that one a bruise to the ego of Kalonji profile, as Atletico are having their way with them. This is probably one of the biggest defeats for Kalonji profile in a very long time. Lays that off, and Suazo just puts it right past the keeper. 8-3. There are still about 3.5 minutes left. Will there be another goal for one of these teams, specifically Buford? Buford moving the ball in the defense. They have all the time in the world. That was a nasty little challenge there by Colombe. He'll get a yellow card for that in the 93rd minute. Well, they gave it to Pili. Looked like it was Colombe who committed the foul. Going to come out and take a look at Kevin Garcia, number 5. Make sure he's okay. Definitely understand what you were saying, Andrea. You could see that the replacement keeper is trying to play the sweeper keeper kind of role there. Unfortunately, doesn't have the tutelage to complete that in a successful manner, allowing those last 2 goals. Not what Coach Bruno is going to want to see when he gets the report how the team ended this match. Know that the keeper who received the yellow card for Kalonji per profile is going to have a fine plus a game suspension for that red card. So hopefully Coach Bruno can have, here's another shot. Suazo wanting to see if he could pull off a hat trick within 5 minutes. But Coach Bruno, hopefully for the opener next week, has the opportunity to have Lionel Sakui in goal. That ball cleared away. And that will end this campaign here at George Pierce Park. It ends Atletico Buford 8, Kalonji Pro Profile 3. That is a huge, huge result in the UPSL Georgia Conference Zone 1. The champions take a massive loss in the home opener. We'll see if they are able to recover from that. Big thanks to Andre Bomar on camera and Krishna Bomar taking the photography down there as well. I've been Larry Weaver. Thank you so much for watching us here. Week 1 of the UPS Georgia Premier Division Fall Conference. We will see you next week as we will have several matches, I'm sure, to bring you here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Get all of our content. These live matches, as plus highlights, interviews, podcasts, so much more throughout this season. So for week 1, thank you so much for watching here at ASMG TV. We'll see you next time right here, right now.
This has been a presentation of the UPSL. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.